Remember that trying is a concept. It is a mental activity, whereas doing is a physical act. When it comes to doing, you are doing something or not doing something. When it comes to trying, you're just imagining the doing in your mind. When it comes to trying, you are just imagining the doing in your mind.
64,000 is the median number of words per book. Average person reads about 200 words per minute. Simple math will tell us that is one book in 320 minutes. To accomplish this in 7 days, numbers say you would have to read for 45 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button, like, comment, and share. Enjoy.
Welcome to the Book of the Week series. Every week as I read another amazing title, I share it with the world. My name is Igor S.F. Walker, and today we look at Stop Trying. The life-transforming power of trying less and doing more, by Carla Ondrasik. So how about you slow down and relax? Reduce all that noise for just a bit. Make that choice and decide to listen. In this video, we look at a book that offers a way out of the rut and into practical, progressive action as it illuminates the deception in a mindset built on trying. Stick around till the end. I will share with you some tools I do have and use that will help you tremendously in this game of life. Discover a way to find out what actually motivates you. What innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behavior. I will share some tools to improve your self-awareness, your social awareness, your self-management, and relationship management. How is it possible that you work so hard at trying to get things done, at trying to make a change, at trying to accomplish just like everyone else, but you do not seem to make strides? You certainly can imagine starting a business, planning a family reunion, learning Tai Chi, reducing your debt, or reading more books. So why do these things seem far away when you are making an effort? Why is it that you can see the proverbial light at the end of the tunnel, but you cannot seem to reach it? See, hope alone is not enough to carry us to our desired destination. Hope is a psychological motivator. It does not require planning, making an effort, or taking concrete actions. When you hope for something to become real, you are relying on factors and on circumstances outside of your control. You're basically waiting for something to happen rather than making it happen for yourself. No amount of trying, hoping, or positive thinking about trying is going to actually materialize a day off. People still believe that trying is the same thing as doing, unknowingly fooling themselves into thinking that trying is an effective game plan. Without awareness, it is easy to believe that trying is interchangeable with doing. What you think trying means is very different from what it actually means. Do not fool yourself. Become aware of when you use the word to take a hopeful stance, to tell yourself you're being brave, or to convince yourself that you are getting stuff done. With awareness, you will see how the misunderstanding of this little word has actually been holding you back instead of propelling you forward. Rather than say, I'm going to procrastinate, and probably I'm not going to call the dentist until I am in searing pain with an abscess exploding to my gums. We initially choose to respond with the trusty old, I'll try. And that's exactly what many of us lean on if we really have no intention of doing something, yet we do not want to admit it to ourselves or to others. None of us want to admit to being a procrastinator. Unfortunately, when you only offer to try, you allow for a gap between your intentions and your actions, which then allow for not only the little things, but some very big things that actually fall through the cracks. What sounds more successful to you? I'm going to try and sell 5 tickets to the meditation event by the end of the day. Or I'm going to sell 5 tickets to the meditation event today, no matter how long it takes me. It sounds like we're just talking about language, but language is the vehicle of our intention. If we change the manner in which we talk about something, then we change our belief system. Then the way that we think about that thing, and in changing our belief system, we can change our entire system of consciousness. Trying doesn't mean what we think it does. Trying happens to be a concept, and very few goals have been achieved by wishful thinking. Doing is what gets us to the finish line. Would you hire a surgeon who promises, I'll try to remember which leg to amputate? Would you hire a tandem skydive instructor who pledges, I'm going to try and pull the cord at the right time on your first skydive? Would you send your child down the driveway on their first solo drive in your car, suggesting, please, try to drive safely, try not to speed, and try to stop at all the stop signs? So, let me ask you, when the stakes are high enough and you do not allow for trying, why do you welcome it in other parts of your life? Will you continue to try and lose weight, try and quit smoking, try and be a better parent, or try and have a healthy relationship? Your hopes and dreams matter, and they deserve every wholehearted effort you can throw at them. Let's look at the top reasons that we try. We get caught up in our thoughts, and we wind up confusing the energy-sapping thinking process with the physical action of doing. We're attempting to be kind by being non-committal. But this wishy-washy attitude winds up making us seem fickle. We don't have to be accountable. We can more easily make excuses. We can assign blame. We are afraid of failing, which ironically keeps us from succeeding. But ready for it? The number one reason we try is because we have been taught to try. Our words have power. Words shape our beliefs. They drive our behavior. They create our world. Our parents, our coaches, our mentors did not intentionally mislead and diminish our efforts to succeed. Quite the contrary. They sincerely believed they were motivating us, pushing us forward, encouraging us to gently try our hand at something we were struggling with or we were showing an interest in doing. They just responded from their own habits and their own behavior. As soon as we say that we are trying to do something, we build into our intention the potential for failure, or at the very least limited success. When we say that we are doing something, that actually speeds the success right out of the gate. Anyone who has written goals or any objectives will recognize this ethic straight away. When we set a goal for ourselves, we say, I will study for the exam so I can get my license. We don't say, I will try to study for the exam. By changing our inherited belief system with regards to trying, we actually can strengthen our mindset when it comes to taking action. Unlearning what we have learned about trying will significantly impact our behavior. and ultimately the outcome of a generation. Trying is an internal mental exercise. It's truly just a thinking exercise. Doing is an external physical experience. Instead of repeatedly pushing that mental boulder up the hill. Wouldn't it be great to take a deep exhale, drop the mental weight, and then just start doing? When you realize that trying is something that happens exclusively in your head, you will begin to make solid, action-oriented decisions that will result in a physical effort required to create real and lasting change and happiness. Now, with honesty comes kindness, fairness, freedom, accountability, and respect. It follows then, if you're only offering to try, then you're only offering a half-baked intention of doing. You're not only making it much harder on yourself, but you're also being dishonest. And you are missing out on the opportunity to be many of the things you aspire to be. You will be remembered more for what you do. Anyway, not by what you say you will do or what you say you are trying to do. Instead of accepting responsibility and then making an effort to correct any mistakes, we actually use the excuse that we were under duress or stress. We blame pure pressure, lack of resources, not enough time, the weather, you name it. We can attribute our tendency to blame and yield excuses partly to what psychologists call the self-serving bias. Now, this bias, which has been documented in many studies, describes a phenomena whereby individuals blame personal misfortunes and failures on accidents, their circumstances, or other people, and they give credit for success to their own enduring virtues. We tend to attribute favorable outcomes to causes that are internal ourselves, that are also stable, for example, our personality rather than the circumstances, and global, our overall competence or value. On the other hand, we are more likely to blame external, unstable, and local causes for unfavorable outcomes. Consequences of deflection, you still do not get what you want. You're not seen as trustworthy. You're not seen as reliable. You play the victim, you actually self-sabotage, and your relationships will flounder. If you're not careful, blame can become our go-to defense mechanism. By blaming others, we don't have to find our own solutions to obstacles. It is easier than you think to be honest and willing to say, I can't. I do not want to. Or I made a mistake. Owning your mistakes is not only respectable and appreciated, it allows you to build confidence. It allows you to become a leader. It allows you to become more productive in all areas of your life. I ask you, if the sun was setting and you had only a few precious hours of daylight left, would you set out aimlessly to find your lost loved one in the forest? Probably not. If you had access to a trail map leading to the most likely location they could be, wouldn't you choose the map instead of heading into the dark woods without one? Of course you would choose the map. Then why do you sometimes set out to achieve your meaningful goals with blinders on and with no navigational system whatsoever? And the answer is, you guessed it, because you most likely are only trying. A roadmap is a tool that will help you visualize your path, a path you need to take to reach your destination. Identify potential obstacles. Decide what resources are needed. Stay focused. Celebrate key milestones. And do. And did I mention to have fun? Yes, there's a sense of freedom that comes along with flying by the seat of your pants and the thrill of having to rely on instinct. And if you are looking for a shortcut towards your dreams, then look no further than creating a plan of action. Stop trying to find your way forward. Decide to keep going, meaning doing, until you reach your destination. Having a roadmap is essential to staying on course. See, when we try instead of do, we are subjecting ourselves to mental exhaustion, which will in turn create physical exhaustion so powerful that we will actually lose motivation. At the end of the day, trying can expend so much of our mental energy that we are left powerless to begin or to complete our long or our short-term goals. We know that if we want to see any true results, we'll have to get out of our heads and into action. Doing enriches our mind, our body, and our spirit in ways that not only give us more energy to complete our tasks, but the enthusiasm to move on to the next one and the one after that. Your journey to eliminate the option try and instead do can be made smoother with helpful tips, with supportive information, understanding and utilizing strategies such as setting clear intentions, motivating you for the right reasons, prioritizing your goals, creating solid support systems, along with the host of many other tools and tips available to you that will help you achieve more efficient and rewarding results. You will become more resilient, more compassionate, more empathic towards others when you can forgive yourself first. Forgiveness is a path to peace. And sometimes it's actually a highway that makes new beginnings possible if you can access your compassionate heart and then direct it towards yourself. You can harness your accumulated knowledge. You can step into the light and you can realize your dreams. Take all the time you need to honor yourself. Then take the next best step towards your goal. When you are open to using non-traditional methods for achieving the success you seek, you are also opening to a world that inspires peace, self-awareness, and practices that can affect many other areas of your life. What if all you had to do was stop trying? You know what to do. And there you have it. Stop trying. Now, please do help out. It is easy. Simply like this video so more people can enjoy it. Share it too and spread the word. Do leave a comment and share your thoughts. Subscribe to my channel. Stay up to date. And the link to this book is in the description below. So buy it, read, never stop learning, especially learning about yourself and about nature. So gift yourself by taking the free human needs test on my website and then find out what actually motivates you, what innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behavior. And if you feel you are ready to improve your self-awareness, your social awareness, your self-management, and your relationship management even further, do check out my Master of Life Awareness program. The links are in the description below. Thank you. Love and respect.